Hello guys. In this video we are going to discuss one of the concept of reading. The question types it is related to flowchart completion. The question task looks something like this. Okay. What is a flowchart? Flowchart is nothing but a step-by-step representation of few information, and it is also an orderly representation of information as well. So it looks something like this. So there are different steps. Some steps are kept blank where we have to fill the answers for it, and whereas the other steps, so they have already given the information. So this is one of the simplest type of question, but there are certain things that we have to know to find the answers for these type of questions. So the first thing that we have to do is locating information in the passage. In the previous videos, I have discussed the methods, correct? So the scanning method or the skimming method or intensive reading method. So the best method to go with this type of question is to go with scanning method, because there are few steps that I have already mentioned and only few steps are kept blank for which we have to find out. Got it, right? Okay, first things first. So we have to know the instructions on how many word answers we have to write. So in this case, they have said no more than 2 words. That means we can either write 1 word as an answer or maximum 2 words as an answer as well. Here they have said us how a calorie restriction memetic works. So it's okay, like we need not have any prior knowledge related to things. So even I'm not very aware about what calorie restriction, memetic and all those things. Okay, so we just have to read through the passage and we need to just identify the answers. In this case, what they have done is, so they have given us the first step, CR memetic, and the second step is like where we have to find the answer. Third step is also given to us. So now, like I said, the first step is to locate the information, correct? So we have to locate the information. How do we locate? So read the information that is already there, present in your flowchart. In this case, they have said how a calorie restriction memetic works, and the first step they have given is CR memetic. So this is our keyword now. Okay, so we have to find out this word in our passage. How do we find it? Scanning. We just have to scan where that word is. Okay, so CR memetic. What is CR memetic? Calorie restriction memetic. So which paragraph I think we can find this? So CR memetic. Okay, so okay, it is calorie restriction. Okay, something related to that. And okay, even here we can find it, calorie restriction memetic. Okay, and anywhere else, yeah, again here calorie restriction. Okay, so these are the places where we can find this information. So this is one of the keyword. So now this is the starting point where I have to read. So what happens in flowchart is, so it will come in an order, correct? So first step is this and the next step is this. So once you get a particular place, you need to continue reading from that place and till where I can read it. Okay, so until you find the next step. So this is one more reference. So whatever you read between this first step as well as the third step, so you will be able to find your answer. So production of ATP is decreased. So even this we will consider as our keyword and again scan for that particular word or particular group of words in this case. So in this case ATP is decreased, they are saying. So we have ATP here. ATP decreases ATP. So I guess this is the place where we have to actually this is actually our keyword. So because ATP is decreased, they have said decreases ATP generation. So we have to read something from this place or might be this place. Again, I have to re-verify it. So from where I have to read. Okay, got it, right? So exact things and all we have to check. And also till where I have to read. So I need to read it till here. So anything that comes between is related to our answer. So now in this case, you see now entire step is also not kept blank, correct? So a part of things we have to fill in. So less dash is processed, they are saying. So what is processed less? So that is what we need to check. Got it, right? So we cannot expect the same words or same sentences to be also present in the passage. Most of the time what happens, your answers will be in paraphrased manner. So we have to look out for certain synonyms. Okay, so might be for less we have to look for minimal or something likewise. and processed also, or produced, or manufactured. In this case, I don't think it will be manufactured. It is related to something, I guess it is related to some medical field or whatever it is. Got it, right? Something related to the body. Okay, so let's start answering this. So CR mimetic they have said. So calorie restriction mimetic is here. So I will start reading from here. CR mimetic, correct? So what is processed less? So that is what I am looking for. Can I? Okay, so processed glucose is there, but they have not said that it is, I mean less glucose is processed. And so similarly I have to continue with the skimming or whatever type of method you can. So by limiting food intake, calorie restriction, okay, minimizes the amount of glucose. Okay, something we have here, minimizes the amount of glucose they have said, and decreases ATP generation. Okay, so we are within the boundaries. So this was my first point and this is my end point. So I found something in between. Okay, so they have said minimizes the amount of glucose entering the cell. So less dash is processed. What is the exact answer here? Amount of what? So amount of glucose entering the cell. Less glucose is processed. So that is my answer. Okay, so it is also within my word limit. So I have written only one. So production of ATP it is decreased. So then there are two ways. So first is theory 1 and next is theory 2. We'll see theory 1. What does it say? Cells less damaged by disease because fewer dash are emitted. Okay, cells less damaged by disease because fewer dash are emitted. Emitted, something is emitted, again few, less, or emitted, what is that, released or something. Those are the type of synonyms. So we have to be looking for as well. Okay, now theory 1, where is theory 1? So again scan. Okay, one possibility they have said, one possibility related to ATP, correct? So theory 1. So what is that? Making machineries emission of free radical. Okay, emission, right? Something emitted, emission of free radicals. Okay, so we'll underline it, which are thought to contribute to aging and something. Okay, so and also they have said cancers by damaging cells. Okay, so damaged cells, damaged, correct? Disease, so that is they have mentioned it as cancer. Okay, I think the answer is here. So what is emitted less? So they have only said emission of free radicals, correct? So in this case you have to mention it as free radicals is your answer. So 2-word answer, so it is accepted, correct? So now next going on to the theory 2. Where is theory 2? Okay, so continue reading. So another hypothesis suggests. Okay, so that means it is theory. Okay, cells focus on dash because food is in short supply. Cells are focusing on something because the food is in short supply. Okay, we'll read there. Hypothesis suggests, so decreased processing of glucose could indicate to cells that food is scarce. Okay, food is scarce. That means food is in short supply, correct? Okay, that is the place we have to read now carefully to identify our answer and include them to shift into anti-aging mode that emphasizes preservation of organisms. So in this case, cells focus on something. And in this case, we can see the word emphasizes. What is emphasizes? I think it is the exact synonym. I think it is the exact synonym of the word focus, correct? So focus on what? It focuses on preservation. Emphasizes preservation. Focus on preservation. Okay, I guess the word also will go fine with it in the sentence as well. So I will mention my answer as preservation. So why did I select? Because focus, exact synonym is emphasizes. Okay, so emphasizes preservation. So focuses on preservation. So these are the things that you have to make sure that you follow. Okay, so one is like you need to mention a keyword, identify a keyword, and also there should be a reference point till where I have to read. Got it, right? So anything that comes in between it, so will be your answer. And the neighboring words of the same sentence also will play a very important role to identify or give you the exact answer. And one thing, so the answers will be in order, so you need not go back and check for the answers. And yeah, so most of the time the answers could be in one particular paragraph or might be the immediate next paragraph as well, but it is not always guaranteed. Okay, So sometimes what happens, the flowchart could be taken from the complete passage as well. So might be each and every step would be there in one particular paragraph, correct? So we have to read and find out the exact words to identify our answers. Okay. So these are the three steps that we have followed. So locating information, so by understanding whatever the keywords, and also we have understood the details and order of the information. So like I said, it will be in order, and you need to get with the first as well as the second step, and I need to read something in between to identify my answer. So you are just making sure about the things about the order. And later on, so we have chosen appropriate words. Okay, so taking care about the sentence and making the sentence also proper. Okay, I'm sure all the concepts of flowchart completions are clear to you. So in this case, we'll meet in the next video, so with one more concept of reading. I'll see you guys.